Scene 9, lights up. "11 days before scene 1. Constructing the set. Night. But like fluorescent night. So not night. Late. A bleary-eyed carpenter pores over a stack of blueprints left by a largely absent and uncommunicative set designer. Upon inspection, because this is the first inspection, it appears that they are less blueprints and more Zen koans. A supposed blueprint for a platform that's supposed to live upstage right is just a blank piece of grass paper with some scrawled handwriting that says, "You are a dictionary maker, but each definition is a sculpture carved from wood. Define the word experience." What the hell am I supposed to do with that? You, the carpenter, thinks. I guess this is what I get for waiting to the last minute. You, the carpenter, holding a 20-inch carpentry saw in your left hand, picks up a 2x4 from a pile of scrap and, picking an arbitrary point, begins cutting a threnody for incomplete instructions. Meanwhile, midway through scene 17, but also running concurrently with the previous construction, because we are unmoored in time. The dictionary maker, who is a character we met briefly in scene 11, performatively blows the last bit of sawdust from elaborate wood carving of a bear with a hole through its stomach, its left paw reaching through the hole to grasp the right paw in a kind of Baroque handshake. On the base of the sculpture, in gold leaf plating, we see the word "about," parentheses, preposition. Light slowly rays on the rest of the stage, where we see a half dozen of similarly immaculate sculptures, and their placards read, "A," parentheses, indefinite article, "abandon," parentheses, verb, "ability," parentheses, noun, "able," parentheses, adjective, "about," preposition. You place your definition with the other sculptures. Blackout. Scene 33, the entire ensemble forms a line across the middle of the stage, and they're all wearing variations on a bee costume, but the costumes vary widely in the overall quality and cohesiveness. And because of that, the tableau evokes an immediate and recognizable hierarchy. The most important cast members wear the professional matching costumes, 3 of them, which were most likely rented from a theatrical supply store, and that's probably all that was in the costume budget. These are either the bigwigs within the company, the artistic directors, the company members, etc., or maybe an equity actor who had some previous connection to the company before they hit it big, or they just simply wanted to get back to their roots. And then next in line in this hierarchy are those with the homemade costumes, but they're prepared with a level of quality and ingenuity that denotes an abundance of leisure time, or just the means to contract out the work on their own dime, although for the purposes of this discussion, we will list leisure slightly above means in terms of hierarchy. Next are the lower tier store-bought costumes, the kind with the flimsy and creaseless mix of plastic and mesh, like somehow it's hollow even when a person's inside of it. And then finally, the cobbled together homemade costume, ill-matched and patched over, forgotten and then remembered, or simply the lowest on one's own internal hierarchy of job, baby, line, sleep, blocking, transit, block, do I have everything, I forgot my keys, wallet, adapter, solving that minor problem that isn't important in the long run, the free time, the wasting the free time, and then after all of those, B costume. The line forms a circle, and one of the homemade but impressive bees takes center stage and performs a rather detailed dance, gyrating and turning in a figure-8 pattern. And from the audience, this is immediately recognizable to you because after all, you are a pretty accomplished amateur beekeeper. And you immediately recognize the dance as a version of a waggle dance, which is performed by bees as a way of communicating the precise location of a flower bed or other pollen source, where the duration of the waggle indicates the duration of the length, and the angle indicates the angle from the sun. Now, doing some quick calculations, using the Fresnel light that's downstage left, and it seems to be they're using it as approximation for the sun, you make a horrible discovery. You realize that the location being indicated in this dance on stage is your seat. The ensemble turns to face you, moving slowly but deliberately. They descend. Blackout. Scene 34. Audience participation. the big finale. You only have the wit of it. You don't have the heart to feel it. You never have the spit of it. And you don't have the heart to feel it. The process is new to you. And you only have the bunch of it. You won't have the folly to fleet it. You don't have the crunch of it. You won't have the holly to heat it. The process is new to you. And no one has the scope of it. No one has the plow to unseat it. We all have the joke of it. Not just the melancholic unreal. The process is new to you. And no one has the all of it. We all have the saw to untreat it. And unhinge the jaw of it. We're all just the all of the treatise. The process is new to you. A giant viola descends from the ceiling. All of the sound redirects to it. Inside of it, it vibrates. The ensemble bang on the windows of the theater in a frenetic rhythm. You climb inside it. The audience joins you inside it. The inside of the viola is a parking lot. And there's a karaoke machine where the library deposit box is currently. And the audience takes turns singing karaoke into the library deposit box. A small fountain with a disco ball in the middle surrounded by 4 speakers plays a familiar tune. A sign hanging above it with an arrow below it. And the sign says, "This is the play." Blackout. Start of lecture.
Lectures that those things are fairly indestructible. So.
That's practice in action.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming, guys. It's late, so I'm not going to keep you. But yeah, if you have any thoughts or feedback or anything, just shoot me an email. Or just let me know when I see it. But awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
That's that light.
Yeah.
That's the light that happened.
Because every time
That's the one.
I know we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
this,
No,
I started
totally.
laughing.
I